Yeah, when we started the concept, the whole direction was like a clean sheet of paper. What could be a whole new direction for Saab, taking its heritage but doing it a completely different way.
The first Saab, we call it the Saab, is actually created by Saab aircraft engineers. And this car has probably the most aerodynamic shape of its time.
Since Saab's coming from its plane heritage, aircraft heritage, we thought we would do something on the drag coefficient. My name is Jakob, and I'm the chief exterior designer on the Saab 9X BioHybrid.
First of all, I think we started off with a rather aerodynamic shape. It has a lot of tapered, kind of what we call a teardrop shape if you look at the car from the top. And with this already a very sharp vertical rear end. And so we believe that in the future, I think this plays really important role in the Saab products.
We thought of everything that we could do to improve the efficiency of the vehicle.
The drawback of having a car in this very compact dimension is that there's not enough length of the car. So by having a kind of physical extension of the car, which we have on the rear spoiler, this extends the car physically by almost 100 millimeters. And this really improved the aerodynamic efficiency by up to 10%.
We minimalize everything that could have an impact on aero. So the cameras were chosen because they are a lot smaller than a normal mirror, wing mirror.
The rear view cameras was an aerodynamic story to try and keep the drag in the exterior as efficient as possible. So the result on the interior is having to package them and integrate them. I'm Richard Shaw. I'm chief designer in the advanced design area in interiors. And on this particular vehicle, we were on the interiors. We're really trying to do something fresh and progressive and create a whole new direction for Saab interiors. Where we took the cockpit design and started this with a whole new fresh approach. Instead of the classic center console cockpit area, we've just done something totally fresh and spread this in a more horizontal way, creating a wide interior and taking the instruments straight into the door.
We integrate a lot of the controls into the steering wheel. It's a fixed hub steering wheel. It's also something new, and we're testing if this is maybe something good for the Saab brand.
We've really focused on simplicity. The major forms, they're all very restrained and simple, still progressive and dynamic. I think that mixture of challenges of functionality, practicality, Saab heritage, but in a totally new way. It's a lot to bring together and still keep so simple.
The Aero X is the design vision for the Saab brand. The 9X BioHybrid is something that we can imagine taking some of the cues from the Aero X, whether this is a front end, a really bold front end, and also the ice block concept headlamps, and adapt it to a package which you can potentially see as something on the road in a relatively shorter timing.
I think people looking at this car, they should just have that feeling they've got to have it. And it's this object of beauty that they just can't resist, and then they just desire it. And it should put Saab, really in focus.
2 years ago in this very venue we launched the Aero X concept car, and that was deliberate to really set the stage and the iconic design value of where we wanted to take the Saab brand, which, the way I look at it, has got half an eye on history, looking back to the old 900s and 99s, capturing some of the spirit of those vehicles, but bringing them forward in a much more contemporary, modern way.
we have now in the marketplace our third generation convertibles. And the 9X Air is of course an attempt to look at how a convertible could look in the future. An open air car or a convertible is always an issue about emotions. In other words, the design of the car is extremely important.
What we have here is an open air concept that not only is it more aerodynamic, more efficient, but also provides a much better passenger comfort. On the canopy top, this has a very small compact unit and made of a soft textile material, which is separated from the rear glass. The rear glass moves independently up and down, which also double as a wind deflector for the rear passengers. Try to make a car which is smooth through the air, but at the same time create maximum passenger comfort.
Welcome to the 2008 Saab Premiere Night. General Motors today is a company that has cultivated a bone-deep commitment to product excellence, technology leadership, and, equally important, beautiful design. One of the brands on the receiving end of this commitment is Saab. Ladies and gentlemen, the Saab 9X BioHybrid.
This vehicle is a defining moment for where Saab wants to take its future compact premium vehicle. Inspired by the Aero X concept, the 9X BioHybrid clearly pulls from Saab's aviation heritage and strong Scandinavian roots and makes a unique statement in the compact segment. I can promise you that many of these unique design elements will be developed and integrated into future Saab product programs. Hope you can all tell I am very passionate about the Saab brand.
Wow, this is a historical day for Saab. For 60 years, this proud Swedish make has been revered by consumers for its progressive design, driver in focus, and responsible performance. I'm proud to say that Saab is on the move again. And today is just the beginning. We're determined to grow the brand by expanding our global product portfolio in every major segment in the premium market.
I'm Anthony Lowe, the GM Europe Advanced Design Director. It started off as an architectural study, looking at how can we build this car, the dimension and the proportion that we want. Look for a concept which is fitting to the Saab brand and in the new segment of crossover. It's not only about the design itself, but also to understand a little bit our customers. What kind of activities or lifestyle do they have, or do they need to do on the weekend, and so on. So we have identified many different possibilities, but one very strong need actually, and it's a type of sports that many of our customers do, is actually skiing. And some of them even doing very extreme skiing. We use transparent material that creates a lot of feeling of depth on the interior, and also some part of it, like the surrounding the instrument cluster, is also a transparent ring, but it's illuminated from behind. So it gives you a very special effect. 1 year, we would say, we would use 6 months in doing a lot of research and scale models and various studies. But sometimes if we are very clear with that vision, which is in this case, we maybe just only spend say first 2 months on developing, say, some models, and then the rest of the year is more in the execution. And that, I think, is really the best way to have a kind of a clear vision in the beginning, and then you spend more time in executing the details and make sure everything is in the highest quality.